13th February is celebrated as World Radio Day, and on this 20th of February, we lost one of the most loving voices of Indian radio. Yes, the king of countdown, Amin Sayani. Not only did I listen to him on radio in my younger days, but now on Karma, all his Geetmalas appear so fresh. He achieved fame and popularity across the Indian subcontinent when he presented his Binaka Geetmala program of hits over the airways of Radio Ceylon. The story of his working with Radio Ceylon is interesting. In the winter of 1952, Balakrishna Vishwanath Keskar, India's Federal Minister for Information and Broadcasting, banished film songs from national airways, calling their lyrics irrational, vulgar, westernized, and a threat to the Indian classical music. Radio Ceylon, a radio station set up during World War II in Colombo, Sri Lanka, to bring music and news to the British soldiers stationed in South Asia, saw an opportunity. It roped in a sponsor, Binaka Top, a toothpaste brand, and a studio owner-producer, Sayani's older brother Hamid, who was based in Bombay at that time. On December 3, 1952, a few months later after Keskar's ban, Radio Ceylon's strong military transmitters pumped out Binaka Geetmala to homes across India for the first time, with 20-year-old Amin Sayani's cheery, cheeky greeting, Behno aur Bhaiyo, Aapki khidmat mein Amin Sayani ka adab. Born in 1932 to an elite Mumbai family, Sayani's mother was Kulsum Patel and father Dr Jan Mohammed. Both were involved in India's freedom movement. Sayani attributed his fluency and ease in Hindustani to years spent assisting his mother in editing and printing Rehbar, a fortnightly journal. In an interview, he once recalled a note Mahatma Gandhi had written to his mother. I like the mission of Rehbar, to unite Hindi and Urdu. May it succeed. Sayani and his brother would record the Binaka Geetmala show at the Bombay studio and send it to Radio Ceylon. He moved to All India Radio's Vivid Bharati service from Radio Ceylon in 1989. He had produced and compared over 54,000 radio programs and 19,000 voice-overs for spots jingles, eliciting the Hindi Ratna Puraskar in 2007. To his audience, he was much more than a presenter. Blessed with a warm, kind voice, he cultivated a joyous, inimitable style of broadcasting that conjured the image of sincere friends speaking directly to the listener. His original radio show, Binaka Geetmala, ran for 42 years. In 2009, he was presented the Padma Shri, the highest civilian award of this country. He was also presented Person of the Year award by the Limca Book of Records, a gold medal from the Indian Society of Advertisers, presented by K.R. Narayanan, who was the then Vice President of India. Little is known about the fact that he worked at the marketing department of Tata Oil Mills in 1960-62 as a brand executive, mainly looking after toilet soaps, Hamam and Jai. In the late 1980s, he would continuously play the song Andheri Raaton Mein from Shahenshah because that film was not being released as Amitabh Bachchan was facing allegations of his alleged involvement in corrupt defense deals. Sayani was a soft marketeer. He would say, "Give me a Binaka top smile," promoting the sponsor's toothpaste and connecting with the listeners. Amin Sayani, whose career is synonymous with the golden era of radio in India, also hosted many popular shows, including the Bonvita Quiz Contest. On Binaka Geetmala, Sayani would always ask his listeners to mail him their favorite songs and rankings. This spawned the zealous radio clubs and passionate letter writers nationwide, including the mica mining town of Jumri Talaya in the northern Indian state of Jharkhand. Ramesh Prasad Baranwal, a mining tycoon, was reportedly the first resident of Jumri Talaya to start mailing postcards with his farmaish. Sayani perhaps in truth read out his request. While many listeners thought Sayani had concocted this funny-sounding town as a joke, in Jumri Talaya, letter writing became a craze and an ego trip. At its peak, Binaka Geetmala, which eventually moved from Radio Ceylon to the All India Radio Network and ran till 1994, had about 400 radio clubs and thousands of individuals writing to Sayani every day with their requests. Amin Siani was special. His voice stood out because it came from the heart. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Inspire. Do like, share, and subscribe.